Welcome back to another episode of Up the Score Show. In today's episode, we're going to be bringing our new series where we're going to be doing our weekly power rankings of award races, and we're going to be diving into the Eastern Conference. Welcome to episode 186. Welcome to episode 186. Like I said, we're going to be bringing in a new series where every week we're going to start the episodes off with weekly award races. We're going to start off the series with, the yawn fest of Coach of the Year. And this is this is a funny award because going into it, I didn't know who I have winning. But I remember yesterday I looked at the standings and I was like, yo, the Magic are the fourth seed, and Paulo Banchero and Franz Wagner have been out majority of the season. Jalen Suggs has been out. Even Wagner's brother went out. They've literally had only 4 10 point per game scores in those four guys, and all four of them got hurt, and they still finding a way to win games off of defense and just grit. And Jamal Mosley to me, he's a lot of guys been hurt, and the Magic still the fourth seed. He personally is my number one for the award. If y'all don't have him winning, I don't understand. Larry, who you got as your coach of the year?
Number one, I have Ime Udoka.
Yeah.
I I think the Rockets did not have high expectations this year. They were more of a play-in, maybe the eighth seed at max. I mean, sixth seed at max. But Ime Udoka has been able to turn our defensive identity into one of the best in the league and bringing us to the second seed in the Western Conference, the hardest conference that we have. It's very impressive. We're also able to maximize Tari Eason and Men Thompson, as well as Freddie Van Fleet on the defensive side of the ball, and also hide our defensive weaknesses as well. So him being able to do all of that, bring us to the second seed, which is very unexpected. I got to give it to him for the number one coach of the year.
Yeah, yeah, Larry. I mean, Leaf, who you got as your number one?
Well, it's obvious to me, bro. Kenny Atkinson. This is a no brainer. I look at I look at what he is able to do with that team right away. He has literally turned Jared Allen and Evan Mobley into serious front court, and to a front court to be reckoned with now on both sides of the ball with the ball movement and the way he's been able to intricate everything. This sort of reminds me of the year that the Warriors got Steve Kerr, the first year, because this is definitely a 65 win team for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. I think it's to me. I mean, I get the other head coaches. Jamal Mosley, I like. Ime Udoka, I like. I think he's put his stamp all over that Houston Rockets team and their identity is defense and everything, man. But we don't we the thing is in the NBA we got to do some type of numbers crunching, and the numbers lean towards the side of Kenny Atkinson, man. 33 and 4 to start the season, or 33 and 34 and 5, I think, to start the season for the Cavs. This team is better than any team that LeBron had. I mean, come on, man. This is a no brainer to me.
Man, I said I feel like my number two is getting snubbed, and my number two was Kenny Atkinson. Yes, Kenny Atkinson, and
Mine as well. Number two for me, Kenny
so that
Atkinson.
means he's
Kenny
number one.
Atkinson.
That means
So
he's
I
number
mean,
one.
Kenny Atkinson
Yeah,
number one. Okay.
yeah. No, this year for
All
the
right.
Cavs, I remember me and you, Leaf, in the preseason. We were like, nah, Kenny Atkinson to the Cavs is a great hire, and they might.
I called it. I
Yeah,
called it. I said, yo, Kenny Atkinson to the Cavs might be Steve Kerr when he first got to the Warriors. I called it before. It's just something that I knew. Kenny Atkinson should have never he should have never been out in Brooklyn. He should have never been out in Brooklyn, bro. That should have been the coach going forward. The second that Kevin Durant got healthy after that year, he sat out and he wasn't, bro. Like I think the Nets had dropped the ball on that. that was a championship team. And you add that to the three man punch of Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. If anybody remember how unstoppable those 16 games look with those three on the court, bro, that was a championship. I don't give a damn what nobody say.
Yeah, yeah. Kenny Atkinson, he's one of those coaches that he had the leverage though. Like he wasn't gonna sign unless it was a team where he saw a future with him, and he looked like he's gonna be the Cavs coach for the next 5 to 10 years at least. To me, I think that's what he was waiting on.
The thing about that, I think it's gonna have to be some real winning including in that. So I mean,
Yeah,
if you starting the season 33 and 5, 34 and 5, man, they gonna be expecting championships out there in Cleveland, man. Whether that's gonna happen or not, I don't know, but I mean, they got a damn good chance, man. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are making some extreme strides on both sides of the basketball, and we got to remember that they got Armani Bakes in the back kitchen cooking, man. Like they ain't even unload him yet, man. So I mean, who knows,
they ain't
bro?
even
Like
on
this,
with Jalen Tyson yet, man.
they didn't
Not
even
yet.
unload him yet. I mean, who knows, bro? Like I think this CBA has worked out for teams like a Cleveland and like a OKC, man, because they've been able to build from the ground up, and they've been able to do it little by little and get to where they are. So yeah.
I don't know, man. Cavs have been
But
nice
I
to
do
me.
think the Rockets, but I do think the Rockets and Orlando Magic are ahead of schedule. I do
Yeah,
think the Rockets and Orlando are way ahead of schedule. OKC may be way ahead of schedule. I think Cleveland did it the right way. I think Cleveland, when they made their trades and they went from a playing team the year they had Laurie, and then they got Donovan Mitchell. They went to a playoff team first round. Last year they was in the second round, and now this year they started season 34-5. They have grown little by little, and I think they are next up. OKC, Houston, and Orlando, they might have to wait their turns, but I think they are next up because I
yeah.
think the Cavs got a little bit of everything, man. So I think the Cavs are they on their way.
Who would you have as number two?
Number two, I would have the coach of the Thunder. Second best record in the league. Obviously to duplicate what he did last year. He's gonna have to end up in top three somehow, some way. Their record is not too far from the Cavs. They're about maybe a game behind the Cavs,
Yep. Yep.
a full game behind the Cavs, a game and a half, or maybe. So I would have to give it for the Mike Duggan, whatever his name is. I think he has done a tremendous job, even without Chet. Y'all talked about the injuries to Orlando. What about what they've been able to do without Chet? And he's coaching arguably one of the greatest defenses ever by the numbers. So I mean, it is what it is.
The Thunder. I feel like that team is so good. It's so deep, and yeah, they one of the best defenses of all time. But is this not one of the best like bunches of defenders you've ever seen on one team? Like he's doing his
Probably,
job.
I would say probably since the Bulls in the '90s, with Ron Harper, of course, Rodman, Pippen, Jordan, that group. Caruso, Lou Dort, Shea. They don't have Chet. They playing without Chet. They doing this mostly without Chet, and for them to hold the fort mostly without Chet and continue to do what they're doing. It's been nothing short of extraordinary, bro. Like 33 wins this far in the season without Chet. It's remarkable, bro. I don't even think they were this good last year. So they even better this year. The problem is that the Cavs are better than them. That's the only problem. So
Yeah, I feel like the Thunder is a really talented roster. They got an MVP on the team. They got like you said they have an MVP. All right, so they have an MVP on the team and one of the best bunches of defenders you've seen in a long time. He is coaching well too. He is coaching well, but like I feel like the Thunder biggest problem is they don't have a second playmaker because J Dub was asked to gain weight this year, and his just playmaking, his agility, his shooting has gone down this year. But he's became a better defender. He's been playing a lot of the five this year. I just don't like how much the Thunder play people out of position. But at the same time, that's what the scheme is. Just grit, everybody hustle. I like he's cool. He's cool. But
I'm be honest, bro. I don't have him in my top five.
yeah, the Thunder roster is nice, man.
Yeah, so I'm saying. I mean, actually, I have him five. I do have him five. He's on there, but he has a share. He has MVP on his team. It does hurt a little bit
and
as far as being top seed. The reason for that, the biggest argument for him, I would say, is Chet losing a significant amount of games. Him being probably the second best player on the team or third. So missing that, especially being the center that complements their 5 out spacing. Him not being there, him able to kind of keep the momentum. That's where I give him his points. But outside of that, if it wasn't for Chet's injury, he'd probably be out of the top five for
I
me.
well, I'm glad y'all brought that up because this to me, their secondary playmaker should be Nikola Topic. That's one of the reasons why they kind of been hesitant to give him up. That should be their secondary playmaker. Um, but I just the timetable of his injury and coming back, they pretty much redshirting him, obviously. But I guess the timetable of his injury or whatever the case may be, yeah, they I say pretty soon that he should be there if they don't trade him to us because they are looking for a shooter. I don't know how desperate they are to get a shooter, but Cam Johnson is leading the league in total efficiency, shooting efficiency right now, and I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. So I mean, it is what it is right now. So
yeah, the Thunder they like these four guard lineups though, but at the same time, I do think they have to run them. So Dangle, he's a good coach because dude, what Hartenstein and Chet have been doing with Shea and J Dub and the dribble handoffs, that is a lot of just coaching. Like Hartenstein when he plays, man, and that Thunder system look nice, man. Like Dangle is a top. He's in the top five, but me personally, my list would go Jamal Mosley at one, Kenny Atkinson at two, and then at three. Wait, Larry, did you say your number two yet?
Oh, and not my number two actually. My number two is no, I said it. Kenny Atkinson when Leaf brought it up.
Okay, yeah, my number three would be Ime Udoka. I think
Okay.
Ime Udoka has done more than Mark Dangle because I think he doesn't have an MVP on his team. I think that the Thunder defense, they have a center that's a negative defensively who is like impacting winning defense, like because of how Ime Udoka is using him. Sengun isn't as bad of a defender as a Nikola Jokic because he gets a lot of the Jokic comparisons. He's a better defender, but like he became a better defender under Ime Udoka. Tari Eason and Amen, they have like gotten a nickname of the Terror Twins because of how Ime plugs them both off the bench. Recently, Amen been starting, which has been cool. And dude, the Rockets have been nice. Like you said, ahead of schedule. Um, but yeah, Ime for me number three, man. Fred Van Vliet just they don't get the same upper notch talent as the Thunder. Who you got at three, Larry?
I have Jamal Mosley at three. I mean at three. Yep. Fourth in the East, with Paulo being out a significant time within the season, them being able to stay afloat, bringing out the best in Cole Anthony and things of that nature, keeping the team afloat. I think is very impressive, and I think he deserves the third spot. But I do think Ime Udoka and Kenny Atkinson have a better um, debate for them over Jamal Mosley.
Yeah, Leaf. Who you got at three?
at three, I'm going to have to go also with Ime. He has literally he's way ahead of schedule than I thought he would be in the East. Somebody said that team is going to win 50 plus games, and they were right. Listen, Ime has put his stamp on that team firmly. They are doing exactly those. The listen, you got the Terror Twins. You already got an identity on defense. They just need. I think they, like I said, they just a number two away. From really, really making some noise and really, really being a threat in Western Conference. The West with the West getting older. With the Lakers and the Warriors and Phoenix, basically on the back burner. Like so many young teams is willing to come up, but I think the Houston Rockets are so ahead of schedule. They have leapfrogged teams like the Memphis Grizzlies. They have leapfrogged teams like the Sacramento Kings. They have leapfrogged a lot of young up and coming teams so far. Nobody on a team is better than Wimby, and they have leapfrogged the San Antonio Spurs. um coming out of the draft the way that they came out of it with Amon Thompson and a lot of the other pieces that they had. They have hit on every last one of their draft picks in the past 4 or 5 years, bro. Including the ones that we gave them. And listen, Ime Udoka, bro, is firmly put his stamp on that team. I have to go with him at a strong number three.
Yeah, and you putting him at number three actually lands him at number two on our list. Because that's just how the averages go. Um, Number four for me would be ooh, number
Like,
four.
so you have number four is Mike Dagenham,
Nah, nah, man.
but we do have Mike Dagenham in the top five though.
Hey,
Maybe.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'll give it my four right now. Ty Lue,
I'll give him my four. Wait, Ty Lue.
Ty Lue, with Kawhi
Yeah.
being out, Paul George leaving, that team
Uh, he,
looked
he
like
he's
hot
he's he's
garbage.
done he's done this before. He's done
It
this
looked like
before.
hot garbage in the beginning of the season. Him to bring out the best All Star caliber player now with Norman Powell, bring out the best in
Oh
James
my
Harden as
God.
well. Having this team being in fifth seed in the Western Conference, super impressive. No one expected them to be this. I thought they were going to be playing probably lottery. Them being able to be the fifth seed or fifth seed in the West in the toughest conference we have, super impressive. Gotta give some shout out to Tyler.
Yeah, no, that's a good name. I'm thinking between Mike Malone and Taylor Jenkins. Taylor Jenkins, no matter who he plugs in, they are a positive player. If we did a rookie of the year race, I think Jalen Wells, the small forward for the Grizzlies, who drafted out at the second round, would
Mm.
probably be number one. And Zach Edey would be in the top five, another rookie. Uh, Scottie Pippen Jr. Every time John Morant is not playing, Scottie Pippen Jr. comes in and drops a triple double. Jaren Jackson is playing well. He's at an all star level right now. Jaren Jackson right now has been more productive for the Grizzlies than John Morant. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they let go of Dylan Brooks and immediately got the small forward position just producing. And they got it producing with like a 6'3 Desmond Bain, 6'3 Marcus Smart, GG Jackson, youngest player in the draft last year. Like Taylor Jenkins, him and the Grizzlies, that developing that they do with the young guys is crazy to me.
No, that's a good point. I didn't even really think of the Memphis Grizzlies as the coach of the year candidate, or was Taylor Jenkins being coach of the year candidate. No, but he brought up Scottie Pippen Jr., developing him into the rotation, developing Scottie and Jalen Wells and Zach Edey, all these new rookies and new players getting time on the court, them being able to contribute in the high fashion ways. That's all very impressive. And we got to give a shout out to him as well. I did not have him on my top five list. I do have Mark from OKC over him, but that's definitely an honorable mention on my list, and it's probably a close tie with Mark as well. So definitely a good shout out.
Yeah. So so okay. Did you name Jamal?
It's Jamal is my number three, and I have Ty Lue at four, and I have Mark.
Leaf did Leaf name Jamal?
I don't believe so. No,
I mean,
not
Leaf
yet,
and
at
him.
least.
I mean, I think Jamal just averages to three because I had him one, you had him three or four, and then we just going different names now. We just going different ways.
Yeah, that's
Um,
okay.
okay, so at four, yeah, I'm going Taylor Jenkins, man. Are you going Mark Dangle? I think that means Mark Dangle is at four because Leaf had
Yeah,
him voted
right.
already.
Yeah, pretty high. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
you're right.
So Mark, and then who are you arguing? You said Mark or who?
It was between Mark and Taylor Jenkins.
Tyron. Okay, okay, okay.
Oh no, Tyron Lue is my fourth.
I don't. Man, Tyron Lue has been nice, man. Like that's why I put him on here. Man, Tyron Lue has been
Look at that
nice.
roster, bro, without Kawhi. Look how nasty that roster sounds. Beginning of the season.
Yeah, they got Norman Powell averaging 24 a game, man. They're running through Norman Powell, and the fact that that's like the best idea is even worse. Like
End of the five seed, which not a super high seed, but just given their roster, I mean, that's disgusting. How they able to
yeah.
turn that around? It's amazing to me. So
Ty Lue always finds his way
Chris
here,
Dunn
man.
too. He unlocked Chris Dunn. Who knew that was gonna happen? Got to give it to
How
him.
does Tyron Lue always find his way? Like to be like, yeah, no, Tyron Lue has been no, nah, I like that. You know what? I might agree. I might be prone to agree. I'll put Tyron Lue at five. And then Taylor Jenkins as the honorable mention at six.
Yes, I'm with that.
Perfect.
Right after him, I'm going with Tom Thibodeau. If we have to do it, going with Tom
Yeah.
Thibodeau.
Yeah, but like we doing top five every week,
Mhm.
and the six is the honorable mention. So like, you got to stop the list at some point.
We
Like,
can do two honorable mentions. You never know.
ah, six is enough. You see how it like evens out and look nice. Like you see how it like
You're
a
right.
domino.
Yeah. Six
Yeah,
stairs.
yeah, man. Like if your coach ain't make the top six, we ain't gonna talk about him in the top five. But I'm
He's
playing
ass.
around. We could talk about him though. Thibs, yeah, he has been nice. He has been nice. One thing about it though is his starters get like the most minutes in the league. So like he been on the same stuff. No one just been getting hurt yet, man. And
Yeah.
like like I want to say it's coaching, but it's just he plays the best players a lot. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, duh, you better win. You playing cat 44 minutes a game, 40. Like, yeah, I hope so. Um,
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I mean, he does run his players pretty much all the way to the end. But I do think him being able to utilize the two-man game with Cat and Jalen Brunson so fast, and them being third seed, I don't think they have a really weak bench. So also being able to hide that with playing the players a lot is kind of impressive as well. So I kind of had to get something to him.
yeah, I think that was like the easiest two-man game ever, bro.
That's true, but we kind of said the same thing about Giannis and Dame. It took them a while to figure that out.
Thing about it though is Giannis was never known as a screen setter. Cat is a legit five. Giannis is more looked at a four because he doesn't set screens. Cat is a stretch five. Like on 2K, when you build a stretch five, you're building Cat. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you're right.
And then
Yeah,
Brunson's just the point guard. Brunson is the best point guard he's ever played with in his career. You give a stretch five the best point guard in their career, he's just gonna generate more open looks for
yeah.
him.
It's not a bad take at all. Yeah, you're right.
No, no. Tom Tibbs has been cool though. He has been cool. Obviously, he deserves to be talked about when we talk about coaches of the year. I think Jason Kidd's been better because Luca and Kyrie, they always be in and out missing games, and the Dallas Mavericks are a top defense. The Dallas Mavericks with Luca and Kyrie, one of the best defenses in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Gafford, when he was on the Wizards, he wasn't he's always been a good player, but like he wasn't looked as an anchor on one of the best defenses. Him and
Right.
Derek Lively holding it down, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Malone, he over there. Like you talking about getting Chris Dunn unlocked. What about Russell Westbrook? Like
That's,
Russell,
I feel like
Russell,
that's a little bit more on Jokic. Am I wrong for saying
yeah,
that?
you're right. You're right. And it's like Jokic and Westbrook. All right, what you see with your eyes and your brain, if you just are in sync with somebody, you're in sync. And those are two of the greatest playmakers of all time being in sync. And like I said, it's a point guard in the center. So like the fit is natural. With LeBron and Westbrook, it was a point guard and a small forward, It was a point guard and a point forward.
So
So
who
like
should small forward be paired with?
it depends what type of forward they are. Like
Oh,
LeBron is a point forward. Kawhi is a small forward.
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So like Kawhi and Westbrook is a cool fit, but like Westbrook and Jokic, this is probably the best playmaking guard Jokic has ever been with in his career. Just making passes and stuff like that. Jamal Murray, he's a scorer. Like I was watching the Nuggets game yesterday. Their starting lineup has Westbrook in it. I don't know. Is Aaron Gordon hurt? Like
No, that he's. I think he's. I'll check right now, but
if Aaron Gordon is a hurt, he's the one that comes off the bench. Yeah. He's the one with he's off the bench, which is like, or he's hurt. Okay, Aaron Gordon is the one
day to
that
day right now, so he's kind of hurt. Not really. Probably back within weeks, within a week's time.
yeah. But one thing that I know, I talked about it last week. They should keep Westbrook in the starting five. Like
It's not a bad deal. Should you put him at the 1 or 2 though? I think you should put him at the
he's a
one.
one.
Yeah. Okay. Right, yeah.
It doesn't matter because like they labeling Tyler Hero at the one now. Like man, Tyler Hero is not a point guard. Westbrook, Jamal Murray as a backcourt, they work 6'3", 6'5". One of them's an elite shooter. One of them's an elite passer. That's literally a backcourt if you ever seen one. uh,
Yeah, and then they have Aaron Gordon. They can use an MPJ unless you want to switch that around. But Christian Brown off the bench, defensive, you know, you know, microwave. He's like a defensive microwave instead of a shooting microwave. So having that off the bench,
and
not
he
too
can shoot.
bad.
That's the thing about it.
Yeah,
Like I think Peyton Watson is the defensive microwave off the bench.
pretty much.
And
I
like,
think Christian Brown gives a lot on the as far as guarding guards and of that nature. I do give a lot of love to Christian Brown.
yeah, but he's two way. The
He's,
like he can shoot threes also.
the
Peyton,
reason
I
I
think
was
he's just a better player than Peyton Watson.
I wouldn't say microwave just because I feel like when I say microwave, I think of like a scorer off the bench, like Terry Rozier, like a scorer off the bench. That's when I think of microwave, or even Malik Monk. I don't really consider Christian Braun in that type of player realm.
Nah.
Yeah, so
I
kind
know
of
what you mean though.
yeah,
Like Montrezl Harrell in some way was a microwave because he just brought energy. He brought
yeah,
life.
yeah.
Bobby Portis type. Like Christian Braun, no. I agree with you. Russell Westbrook is that type of guy off the bench also if he was to come off the bench. But I just think the fact that Peyton Watson is somebody who in every world is a bench player and he can't shoot, you should complement the bench with a shooter and either bring MPJ off the bench or Christian Braun. And MPJ too good to come off the bench.
Yeah, it's kind
So
of similar to Amen Thompson in Houston, but Amen
yeah,
Thompson does kind of have the playmaking aspect to him, so he does kind of qualify more for a starting role. But yeah, I
it's
see what you're saying.
it's amen but opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah. Yeah. Zoma Jula, Boston Celtics. I mean, he has been coaching really well this year because they've been missing Porzingis to begin the year and
I feel like
they
that
held it
team is
down.
kind of built to handle injuries like that. We've seen them in the playoffs. They didn't really get too badly affected with Porzingis being out. They kind of have the pieces around them to back that up. They really do, especially with um, what's that guy's name? Pritchard, probably being a
Yeah.
high sixth man of the year candidate. Him being better than when he was last year. Sam Hauser's being better than he was last year. Their bench is picking up. That team is just built to handle injury like that. Are they going to be fine if they miss Jalen Brown for a game? They're going to be fine if they miss Derek White. They're probably gonna be fine if they miss Tatum for a game. Honestly, the team is just built.
Yeah, that team is just built different for real. I agree with you. Yeah, that team nice. Um, that's it about the coaches. Gonna do that every week. So you listen, you like listening to us talk about coaches of the year ladder. Next week we're gonna be doing 6 man. Hey, you might have ended it where we're gonna start with 6 man of the year. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about some bench players next week. Next thing we got is the Eastern Conference review. Cleveland Cavaliers, Boston Celtics, Knicks. The top three for the East has kind of stayed the same throughout the whole year. But what I wanted to start off with was number four. What we was talking about with the Orlando Magic and Jamal Mosley and how they've been, keeping afloat. It's not easy when you have what Paolo, Franz, Jalen Suggs. They hold top three players out and they still been the fourth seed in the East. Paolo, like you see right there, he's only played 7 games, averaging 28.
Shout
Franz
out
is
to
played.
Goga as well. Jamal Mosley bringing up Goga. Benedict's who I thought was a very valuable player. In the offseason, I wanted him to go to the Philadelphia 76ers to be backup for Embiid. But seeing him emerge and my prediction coming true, shout out to Mosley for that as well. And shout out to Goga.
Yeah. Tristan De Silva, man. Shout out to Mosley for that also. But at the same time, it was like a when things happen, there's pros and cons to it. This was the pro of Paulo getting hurt. You
Yes.
you luckily got to see like 5 games out of him where he scored 30 a games, and after a playoff series where he just averaged 30. So it's like cool. We know what Paulo is. Let's just keep him healthy. Now you get to play your 6'8" rookie who plays the same position as him, and he goes out there and produces. He goes out there and is averaging what 9 points a game. What is he shooting from three? I know Silva has been nice. He's shooting. Oh man, am I lying? Oh wow, he's shooting 31 from three. Okay, the fact that he's shooting that bad from three, and he's a shooter, and he's been playing well. Like when I was watching the Magic game, he was playing well, and he's not knocking down his threes. I think Silva's gonna be a nice player for them, playing defense nice. Silva tough man.
Yeah, his percentages is not that bad, but it's hard to really put a high expectation on him. Kind of be pushed into the spotlight with Paulo's injury. So definitely not doing bad at all for just his position right now. If he's able to pick those numbers up, coming closer to the playoffs, it's going to be a very, very valuable asset off the bench when Paulo is not on the floor.
Yeah, shooting 4 threes a game, making one. I thought he would be shooting better than that, but hey, he's a shooter, so keep letting
Yeah,
him shoot.
yeah. I'm surprised to see KCP three ball percentage kind of drop. We kind of see him as one of the best 3 and Ds in the league during the Nuggets. I guess Nikola Jokic really was able to unlock him. But to be fair, Paulo Banchero being a primary playmaker on a team being injured for this long, maybe he hasn't really found his footing with the playmaking since he's been out.
Yeah. Franz also been out, but KCP man, he's always been a streaky shooter. He's mainly a defensive orientated player,
Yeah.
streaky shooter. Anthony Black, he's been nice too to me. Defensively, on the offensive side of the ball, he's still a working project. 25% from the three is not good, not good. 40% from the field is not good, but defensively, I think he's in the same problem where I was calling out the Magic for last year. I was calling out the Magic and the Rockets. The Rockets, they're done with it. The Magic, they're still kind of doing it where they're playing this raw athlete who could do everything at the guard position instead of small forward. Eventually, I think Anthony's Black biggest weakness is his handle. He's literally like amen to me. They're point guards, and their biggest weakness is their handle, which makes no
Not,
sense.
not a
Like,
good. Yeah.
yeah, like if Anthony Black could just be who he is as a dynamic playmaker at the small forward position, it'd be cool. But the thing is, look how many of those they got on this team. So like,
Yeah. People,
while Franz and Paulo been out, I guess it's his time to like take over. He's not the take over type of guy, but like he's nice. He's cool. He's
Yeah, I
cool.
think they need to move off of Cole Anthony. I feel like maybe utilizing some of those first round draft pick capital, maybe even tailing along with Jonathan Isaac's contract. That would be pretty valuable to them, maybe. Because Jonathan Isaac could bring some value to a team as well as Cole Anthony. Getting back a star point guard in that position. For Anthony back to come off of, I think that's going to be a very good pickup for the Magic. So what do you think of Jonathan Isaac moving off the roster and
I think
changing
that's
for a point guard?
I think you're on the nail with it. I think that is the move that they have to do. Um, Miami Heat are a team that they are going to influence De'Aaron Fox to get out of town, and then De'Aaron Fox is gonna like the idea of going to Florida and say, "Let me just go with Paolo and Franz instead." Like it always happens to Miami. We always come in second place. All right, I think this is a great landing spot for De'Aaron Fox. You could throw in Jonathan Isaac, who I think if you were to close your eyes and think of a dream role player to play next to Sabonis, it'd be Jonathan Isaac. He's a great paint defender, so you can keep Sabonis as a rebounder, and he just shoots threes on offense and don't care to have the ball in his hand. You have Devin Carter as the Kings, who you drafted, who's been playing well, and he's actually been playing well since he's came back from injury. So you have a defensive point guard in Devin Carter. You're gonna have a defensive power forward in Jonathan Isaac, a defensive three in Keegan Murray, and DeMar DeRozan. If you keep him, you're gonna play him at shooting guard, which I think that's a cool thing for him. The Magic should send offers for De'Aaron. Send all the picks. Jet Howard, Anthony Black, and all your picks, man. There's no reason for them to have all of these young prospects who have potential while they have Paulo and Franz. Especially with the new CBA, Paulo and Franz are on super maxes. All right, those are your two max guys. At this point, if you could get another max guy early, because you have a lot of young talent on your roster, that's the only way you're gonna do it. And that's the exact position the Magic in. So go ahead, get De'Aaron Fox, and yeah, just they got so many young role players. They're gonna still have depth. They're gonna be able to keep Jalen Suggs in the De'Aaron Fox trade. Like De'Aaron Fox at the one and Jalen Suggs at the two is perfect. I think Jalen Suggs is a shooting guard in the NBA to me. And then you have Franz, Paulo. You're gonna have to figure out the center position, but that's the easiest position to figure out. You got Mo Wagner. You could go get Clint Capella. I don't like Clint Capella, but
Now, if you did bring a star point guard, though, I know Jalen Suggs kind of starts as the point guard. How would you kind of manage the minutes between KCP and Jalen Suggs with there only being, a shooting guard, one starting shooting guard spot open there?
KCP onto the bench. Yeah, he's playing like a bench player, so he's gonna go to
I
it.
mean, he's still averaging 30 minutes a game, though. He
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah, yeah. That's cool. He's gonna average like 25 now on the bench. Yeah, no, KCP cool, but like if you're gonna shoot like that, yeah, you're gonna fit our identity because we're still a defensive orientated team. But if I have someone who's a better defender than you and a 40% shooter, and I have a star point guard, you came here to win, right? You came here to if you ain't come here to win, you came here to make money, and we gave you the most money and you took it. So come on the bench.
Right, yeah. It's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, KCP nice though. KCP on the bench. Um, who else? KCP on the bench.
So, I mean, I guess it would be Anthony Black, KCP.
Nah, Casey. I think Anthony Black got to be in the package.
No, I don't think so. I think Cole Anthony.
Yeah, Cole Anthony too. But Cole Anthony's more looked as a negative asset. He's more looked as a salary filler.
Well, I don't think you have to move Cole and Anthony Black. I think you're fine just moving one.
I don't
Especially,
think Cole Anthony's a positive asset.
okay. I guess I mean, for being a star point guard, I guess you kind of try to
Yeah,
keep.
yeah, Cole Anthony. You just got to get him got to get him off the team. Maybe he goes to a third team even.
I think keep him because who's your backup point guard? Not if you're trading away Black,
Jalen Suggs.
Suggs is starting now.
Yeah, but he could also be a backup point guard. When he's on the bench,
Yeah, but
the first
I thought you need like an alternate, like backup point guard. Even if Jalen Suggs is the number two option, a backup point guard, I feel like you need another one.
he's a combo guard. He plays both of the positions. Like
Okay,
he's starting at point guard this year, and I don't have a huge problem with it. But I
right.
think he's more naturally of a shooting guard.
Yeah,
He's a tall point guard that's defense and mainly 3-point shooting. The reason that it works is the Magic have so many playmakers around him. If you just put Jalen Suggs at shooting guard, and then whenever De'Aaron Fox is on the bench, that's when he plays point guard. That's cool. Like let's say that their first rotation is to bench um Jalen Suggs and put in KCP. And then whenever they bench De'Aaron Fox, they put in Jalen Suggs. And then somehow Jalen Suggs and KCP back on the court together. And then they just keep it
but
going.
what's the
Maybe
rest of that look like? What's that forward depth?
you have Paulo, you have Franz, you got the Silva, you got
Jonathan
that's it.
Isaac on.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's all I'm saying. So you might want to keep a Cole Anthony or Anthony Black, so you can kind of have a point guard position settled, and you can utilize KCP to be a small forward shooting guard combination.
I think this is a summer deal, and after that, you just sign whatever you're missing. I think the Magic getting De'Aaron Fox is something that happens over the summer.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. Like they you have to. Anthony Black is like their best young player that's tradable. You to get De'Aaron Fox, I have to get your best young player that's tradable. Literally, like Jonathan Isaac, he's on the older side, but he's mainly a defensive fit on a like he's a win now thing. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know who he is. Anthony Black, he's the young guy with potential. Um, Cole Anthony, I kind of know who he is, man. He don't got that much potential to me, and to be honest, what he does ain't even that valuable. Jet Howard is a guy who they've barely even been playing, and they took him in the first round. So like, I'll take him because you don't want him. Like whatever you see him do in practice, y'all clearly don't like because y'all took him in the first round and don't want to play this guy. Even if Paulo and Franz are hurt, you still wouldn't play him. So just give him to me, and then maybe give me like 3 picks. Maybe I'll take less draft capital because he gave me so many players, but at the same time, give me my picks also. Give me 4. Like De'Aaron Fox is expensive, man. So
Yeah.
the Magic, if they want to make a win now move like that, they will have maybe 3 All NBA. They will have 3 All NBA caliber players and 1 All Defensive player in their starting lineup. I
Would you move Franz Wagner to the savior depth?
nah nah Franz to me he's special.
Okay, yep, me too. Okay.
Yes, Franz is a unique player. I think if I was to do a redraft, he'd be top 2 in that draft.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about they trade for D'Lo? I mean,
You,
if you're
you,
not if you're not a fan of Cole Anthony, getting a D'Lo in return, maybe that's a better option.
it's cool. It's cool. D'Lo is an improvement. It's an improvement, but like I think the Magic are a team that shouldn't even mess around with their chemistry like that. If you don't, I think they could legit be a multiple year contender for the next decade if they do
Okay.
the right thing with this point guard position. I think Paolo and Franz are that good that all they have to do is do this next move the right way, but also don't take too long. If you see an
Yeah.
all NBA player, you're the Orlando Magic. You got to remember where you came from. Your fans are happy just with playoff runs. Y'all haven't been in the playoffs since Dwight. Make sure you're in the playoffs before you'll be too smart. You know what I mean? Make sure if you can get De'Aaron Fox, do it. De'Aaron Fox will make sure you're always in the playoffs. And then the only way you're not is if one of those guys are hurt. Now imagine if all 3 of them are healthy and clicking. Just be the Magic and make the playoffs. All you gotta do. If you make the playoffs, if Paulo is as special as we think he is, he'll do the rest of the work.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Anything else about the Orlando Magic? Paulo's return, he's been balling. He's been playing well with the team. Um, what do you think they ceiling is?
Um, Second round.
Second round, yeah, that's not crazy. Yeah, Franz and Paulo, they are very reminiscent of Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum to me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, very reminiscent of those two guys. So the next team I wanted to talk about. Oh, we gonna have to wait just a second because Leaf find a way to join right as we're gonna switch teams. Um, Leaf, what you think about the Magic so far this year, man?
A very, very impressive. Everything you said about Jamal Murray was right on point. I think that's another coach that's putting his stamp on that team. Like, and I've seen it in a couple of the games this year. We played them, and I think Cole Anthony hit a buzzer beater on us off the backboard. I think we was beating the hell out of them, and we didn't score for like the last 7 minutes. That's how good their defense is. Defensively, they have been the best team for a whole calendar year. They have been a top five defense for dating back to January 1st of last year, all the way to this year. If you count a whole calendar year, so I mean, and they've been a top five defense
They've been a top five, whatever Leaf said, and maybe it was
he
the
is it.
defense.
He is definitely helped that team stay afloat. I'm looking to see who's gonna be the point guard going forward for them. Is it gonna be Anthony Black? Is it gonna be De Silva? Is it gonna be either one of them? Because they are defensively they are legit. But they I think they have maybe one too many injuries this year to do anything in the playoffs. But this season they have been 100,000% legit. Um, and Orlando is definitely another team that's ahead of schedule too with Paulo and France. So definitely,
Yeah.
man. For sure.
And next team I wanted to talk about is the boys that's doing a number two. Like they leaving the mean dookie on the year. The Philadelphia 76ers. We got a 76ers fan, so I would like to start off with your opinions on your very own team. What you think, man? What's happening, man?
We just got injuries and bad luck and just kind of just demotivated players. I feel like Embiid's not as motivated to play as he should be. And Paul George kind of feeding off his energy. Paul George is kind of a follower. You know, he Russ's energy in OKC, performing well, high energy. When Kawhi's starting to get hurt, he's starting to get hurt. When Embiid's starting to get hurt, he's starting to get hurt. It's kind of like a follower. So,
Yo,
I
you
mean,
funny, bro. He a follower
oh,
because he getting hurt.
well, he kind of whoever is the number one on the team, he kind of just follows them.
He
Whenever
just does
they,
whatever they do.
yeah, bro. Honestly, think about it, bro. Max is the only guy that's really doing stuff for us, as well as Jerry McCain beginning of the season, and now McCain's gone completely, and Max he cannot do anything too significant by himself. So at this point, bro, we're kind of just done, bro. I don't know if how we're gonna be able to turn it around this season. It's really up to Joel Embiid, but we're not really building any chemistry going into the All Star break. We don't have any time left. We got 2 months, not even 2 months after All Star break. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure what the hell we're gonna do. We're looking like a second round ceiling again. It's very disappointing. I think we gotta move on, bro. I think we gotta trade Paul George and Embiid. I think we gotta do something. Pull the plug because we can't do
Leaf.
this. We can't do this again. So we're gonna be less first round picks.
Leaf. Can you please tell me why does Larry think they look like a second round exit again? Dude, you're not in the play-in. What about your team is a second round exit?
I
Bro,
think we'll be able to win enough games to get into the play-in. Maybe hopefully get into the
Well, I can tell you for sure that the Joel Embiid experiment. Me personally, I thought they was doing a good job being at the bottom of the damn East, but come to find out they didn't have their own pick. OKC had it, so they had no choice but to get better. Um, I think I would have to say I would have to agree with somewhat of what Larry is saying. I didn't even know that he co-signed the Philadelphia 76ers. But somewhat of what he was saying is true. Paul George he doesn't have the backbone to play in Philly. And he's when you have somebody that's very weak minded and very have the soft logo that PG has had with attached to him over the years, pertaining to with the type of durability that he has still going forward, and along with, and you pair that up with Joel Embiid, you're basically just wasting Tyrese Maxey's time. That's what you're basically doing.
Yeah,
Tyrese
man.
Maxey, I think has been a bright spot. I mean, Jared McCain was it was a cute story to have, but I mean Jared McCain, he ended up getting injured. Now he's out for the year. It's a lot of, it's a lot of unwritten curses with that team, bro. That nobody can't really fathom or really explain. It's a lot of garbage in and a lot of garbage out. I just finally got back to the crib. Actually, I'm about to get back on the computer in a second, but it's a lot of trash in, trash out type of team. Joel's most healthiest and best years are starting to dwindle down little by little. I'll give it another couple of years for him to completely be irrelevant. Poor George is the last player from his draft. He's going to be completely irrelevant in the next couple of years. Giving him $200 million and letting him rob you was a complete mistake. Um, and I don't know, man. Like this team this is a fumble at the 1 yard line type of team, and they always have been, and they always will be. The Philadelphia 76ers, they need to do something different. I think they have a backcourt for the future with McCain and Maxey, but they need to figure out how to max it out. Me personally,
Oh man, Philadelphia,
Yeah,
dude.
man, it's
People,
terrible.
Can we move on, bro? I ain't gonna lie.
it's
You gotta go.
nah,
absolute
man.
trash, bro. Why did we find out now? Why did I find out now that you co-signed the 76ers, bro? Like I never knew that the entire time was in there. I thought you was only with the Houston Rockets. You were doing good. I remember you had all the Houston Rockets gear on and everything. And now you tell me now at this moment, bro, that you co-signed the 76ers. What is wrong with you?
Hold on. I got a few teams. My number one, Houston Rockets. That's my tier one team. But next after that is Miami Heat and the Philadelphia 76ers. That's
Well, listen, Miami, I'm cool with. I mean, everything that Mark
Butler
told
about
me
to
about
leave.
Jimmy.
We'll see. Butler about to leave. We'll see.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, well, I listen. If he is, he is, bro. That's fine with me. I think he doubled down on leaving. Whatever Mar told me last week was like absolute blasphemy. So yeah, yeah. So Jimmy wants out, and he's not bluffing. So
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was like kind of messing. I was rocking with it. I actually took your opinion to reality. You know, when you said he's kind of just trolling. You know, you kind of had some evidence to make it make sense. But then after the Shams report, I'm like, I guess Mara was wrong. So how do you feel now? Are you still on that same timing as last episode, as far as Jimmy not going anywhere and he's just trolling, or do you finally believe now that he's out?
Jimmy is mad at Pat Riley. That's real beef. He didn't pay him. That's real beef.
Is
Like he
this
didn't.
so? Is this Daryl Morey, James Harden all over again?
It's
That seems
Daryl
like
Morey and James Harden, but if Daryl Morey was with the franchise for 30 years and has done this multiple times,
okay.
and
Yeah.
James Harden in his prime, like Jimmy Butler and James Harden, if he took them to like 5 runs, like they have a real bond. Like they've been with each other for almost like 10 years. They've made multiple runs with each other. Pat Riley's just annoyed because of this. This is why Pat Riley mad. He don't play in the regular season. Like he's proving his point. So like why would he fold and he's proving his point? But the thing is, Jimmy's like, if you don't like it so
Personally,
much,
I think I
you
think
out.
that's a bad that was a bad comparison with the Daryl Morey and James Harden. The way that broke up, James Harden left as if Daryl Morey had the same pull in Houston that he had in Philly, and everybody knew that he didn't. What that was Daryl Morey went to the front of told James Harden something that he shouldn't have told him. I agree, but at the same time, I think he probably told him in the event that the Philly front office upstairs told him that hey, yeah, we're gonna give whatchamacallit extension. We're gonna give James Harden extension. See where this goes. Da 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 da. The that the year happens the way that it does. They have the exit that they have, and then he goes back upstairs and looking for whatchamacallit get extension, and then the front office is like, no, you're not re-signing James Harden. If you do, you're out of here. Da 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 da. And they're like, and then he goes back to James Harden and actually tells him the truth, and then James Harden gets mad as if he's still 21-10. Right now James Harden can't even outscore goddamn Norman Powell. So I mean I don't understand why James Harden was mad. I don't even look at it as that, man. I don't even look at it as a quote unquote betrayal. I just look at it as Jimmy is still a diva at the age of 35, and Pat Riley is not having none of it. It's just that simple. So it is what it is.
What he's saying is in a similar situation with like the owner and player having real beef, I think, and like it's real beef. Jimmy's been asking to get paid for 2 years now. The first year he was like, "Yo, you're not gonna pay me after a finals run? Like that don't even look good, bro." And then the next year he was like, "Bro, y'all didn't pay me after the finals run, and now I'm hurt. Like that's the whole reason I wanted to get paid. I didn't get paid. Now I look stupid. I could have got money from another team." That's why he's like, "Yo, at this point, I'll go get my money somewhere else. I'm 35. My value only going down, and y'all waiting to the last second to give me my extension. After this playoff run, I'm getting my money from somewhere else because if I wait till next year, I'm going to be 36." But the thing about it now is Jimmy saying that he's willing to never play with the Heat again, and if no one else offers him money in free agency, he'll accept his player option and just not play again next season, bro. He don't. I agree. I think it's real that he don't want to be here. I think that's real, but he's staying here. I don't
Wait,
like.
hold
I
on.
don't.
Question. So if you just mentioned that Jimmy takes his player option, sits out the whole season next year, so is that worse than what Ben Simmons did? Because Ben
Yes,
Simmons
and it's
kind
a
of did that.
bluff.
10 times worse.
Yes, and it's a bluff.
Yeah.
He did that. He. I agree. He don't want to be here. He annoyed of it. He annoyed of not getting paid, and he's annoyed of being the best player on our team. Like imagine being the best player and not getting paid. But it's all because of what he do in the regular season, and like he's doing it right now. Like
Mhm.
Jimmy says, Jimmy himself says, only judge me off the playoffs. So bet that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, yeah. You want to get paid? We're gonna judge you off the playoffs. You ain't played last playoffs, and this playoff we about to see who you are. And that's what you want people to judge you off of. Be consistent. When it's time to get paid, that's what we're gonna judge you off of, man. Yo playoffs. You love not playing in the regular season. You ain't getting paid in the regular season. You're gonna get paid after you do something in the playoffs. Like that's just what it is, man. Unfortunate for him, but right now he's averaging like 17 points a game. And the thing about it is, and they're the laziest 17 points ever when you watch Heat games like that. That's what I've been complaining about the past couple years. I don't watch us in the regular season, bro. It's always just him complaining about playing basketball in the regular season and trolling, bro. His hair is just a different color. His hair,
Wait,
this is the best Jimmy's hair has looked in years. Like he usually got like some other stuff going on, bro. Like
He said this is the best Jimmy's hair has looked in years. I listen.
yeah,
I gotta co-sign that because him throwing the orange braid in there, I thought he was going to Phoenix, and then he do the red braid back in. Yo, I want to stay with here. Then he do another red.
no, I
I'm
think the
like,
red
yo,
is Houston.
yeah, the red was probably Houston. My bad. Yeah, so I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't know what Jimmy wants. I don't know if Jimmy knows what he wants. You know
He
what I'm
wants
saying?
his money. He wants his money. That's all he wants. He wants his money. He's saying that he want to go to every team, but he doesn't because when they call up for him, he says, "No, chill. I don't want to go to Memphis. Like Memphis is one of the Leaf. Would you not think Memphis is like the best landing spot for him?
Do I think Memphis is not the best landing spot for
no,
him?
Like,
it is.
where's a
It
better
is.
landing spot for Jimmy than Memphis?
Listen, I think it could be. They done messed around and pick up Marcus Smart, man. I mean, so I don't know. Like, I mean, who
Memphis
knows?
had a package for him, and he said no. He doesn't want to go to Memphis. The Bucks called up for Jimmy. Jimmy said, "Y'all gonna see me later on. Leave me alone." Like he knows what he's literally just messing with these teams, and what he's doing is he knows that he's not gonna be there for the regular season, so he doesn't want other teams making trades. He wants other teams to be calling about him, and he's laughing, feeling himself right now. He's laughing right now that other teams are calling for him. Like, oh, they want me, huh? Hey, talk to me in the summer when I won that bag, boy. Talk to me when I won that bag. That's what Jimmy doing, man. He's a troll, man.
Just a side note, bro. Yo, I don't know if y'all seen this. So, Wimby did a jersey swap with a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
And that jersey that he gave to that kid ended up on a website going for $10,000. So the parents must have just nabbed that shit real quick, bro, and be like, "Yo, we coming up. The hell with this."
I mean, man, that could afford his college tuition, bro. Keep it a bean, bro. So I mean, I'm not mad at the parents for making that move. It's probably gonna be worth a lot more money in the future when he's retired and stuff like that.
I'm not mad at the parents for
Yeah,
making that move
not
neither,
like yeah.
but at the same time, I'm still like, okay, yo, y'all did what y'all did. Like, okay, great. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, come on,
Hey,
now, like you really used the kid, man, to get a jersey off a 7'4" dude, bro. Like, come on.
yeah. Bro, I would personally went to the stadium. Like, you know how they be selling jerseys in now. If you
Uh-huh.
know you can sell it for 10K, I'll go buy me one for 200 and just like sign it myself and like show them the video of me giving it to him, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey,
That is like really, really loose right there, bro. That is
hey,
something different.
bro. Hey, bro,
That
this
is
is a Wimby
something
side
very
jersey right here,
the
man.
Wimby signed jersey, bro. Like, yo, you gotta take this, man. Like, hey, listen, yeah, how'd you get it? Yo, my little 4-year old nabbed it off of him, man. And he got the jersey of his, and they did a jersey swap and everything. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I had to do what I gotta do. Yo, my rent need to get paid, bro. These tickets cost you goddamn much. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, what he care, bro? He making how he making how much money a year? He a first overall pick. What he care about $10,000? Come on.
Oh
I mean,
man.
No, I think it's that for him. I think it was kind of just surprising how he's being a star moment and one of his first jersey swaps, special moments for the fan, kind of ended up being a business opportunity for the parents. I think that's probably why
big
he's like,
facts.
yeah,
Big facts. Big
Yeah,
facts.
nah, yeah. Wimby's one of the greatest players of all time already. Yeah, nah, the parents are doing the right
Yeah, he
thing.
one of the
Nah,
he
greatest
yeah,
way
players
better
of
than
all
AD,
time. All right.
way better.
All right.
yeah.
Well, we're not doing this. We're not doing this right now. Come on, man. Let's have some respect. Come on. Come on now.
I
Let's
meant to
have some
pull up
respect.
the 76er stats, man. They have only one person shooting 40% from three, and that's Yabusele. After that, man, that's
Really?
what they big is Yabusele.
Yabusele is the only 40. He's not even a shooter.
That's the thing about it. He's been like their shooter. Like Kelly Oubre
Come
is a
on,
streaky
bro.
shooter. Their second
This
best
this
shooter is out for the year.
come on, bro. This is unseemly. Come on now. Like Yabusele, they just the same dude that dunked on
Embiid
LeBron.
or LeBron, yeah.
Yeah, like come on, bro. In the Olympics, like, and he got a job now. Like people, yo, I swear, bro. People on the internet get on my nerves. They was like, yo, bro, you dunk on LeBron, and now you got a job, bro. LeBron got to be the GOAT. Come on, like, please stop it.
Dude, this team really sold their soul for Paul George.
Yeah, they
Like
did.
they got
They
nothing.
100% did. They got
Would you
nothing.
rather Paul George or Norman Powell?
Norman Powell.
Oh
That
my
was
god.
difficult. Norman Powell.
70 are the 76ers like are they a playoff team?
Um, they are. They can be a play-in team. I got the standards up right now. That's why I wanted to get up on the computer.
I don't know, man. I think this
Well,
is a team we gotta just stop talking about and wait, huh? This is
I
the
think this might be yeah, this might be because
yeah.
we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 11, only 11 teams in the league. This is probably the most competitive the league has been, man. We only got 11 teams that's under 500.
We only got 11 teams in the league that's under 500, bro. Like seven of them, no, six of them are in the East. The other five are in the West. There's three teams that's gonna definitely be in lottery in the West. Pelicans, Jazz, Blazers, Wizards, Hornets, Raptors, Nets. They're gonna be in the lottery for sure. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like some of these teams, with these, well, the Pelicans, the Jazz, and the Raptors, they need to be up for investigation for tanking rules and everything. So so that the Nets could get the number one overall pick or get one of top three picks in this draft. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So,
No, the Nets are the main ones tanking to me. They're the ones who need to get investigated. But
no, we don't, bro. We started the season with 12 wins, bro. Like we did our job. We played who we needed to play. We played people that were healthy. We were not tanking. We
yeah,
were
that's
out
what
there.
shows me y'all tanking because y'all were capable of winning games early on in the year. That's exactly what the issue is. Y'all,
And
y'all
we
was
were winning, and we were winning games early in the year. What are we
exactly,
talking about?
and now you're
Yeah.
tanking.
I mean, well, somewhat. I mean, clearly. I mean, but at the same time, it's not an obvious thing.
To me, it is because y'all were balling like a little bit too good. Like I've been saying they were playing too good, man.
We 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 were balling too good, definitely.
Yeah.
Wimby's eighth block of the first half on Zach Edey. Come on, Zach, bro. Come on, bro. You come on now. You got to lower your shoulder a lot better than that and do the jump hook.
I
Zach
mean,
Edey on the floor with the ball. So instead of tying Zach up himself, he was Wimby do it. So
it's hard. It's hard to do when Wimby on the court, man. The Detroit Pistons, they another team I don't want to talk about in today's episode because Cade Cunningham. Do you see Cade Cunningham as a most improved player candidate?
I see Kate Cunningham as an All NBA player. He's gonna make third team All NBA. I not only see that, but I not only see him as a after the end of this year, there's talks of him being better than Trey Young, which I thought was silly. I thought was out of this world. That's absolute horrendous talk, absolutely. But Kay Cunningham is finally showing that um who he should have been coming out of the draft. I didn't know who he was coming out of the draft. That's one of the reasons why he went to the Pistons. Because if they don't know you that well, you're listed as a number one pick. Hey, yo, send them to the Pistons. We don't need them. We don't want them. So the reality is that Kate Cunningham definitely is showing out. I like how he's playing. I like how that whole Detroit team is playing. They got some shooters, Malik Beasley. Um, he basically told LeBron, "You didn't want me. All right, let me go for 25." Bet. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that team is playing a much better. It's much improved. They got a better coach. And a bigger staff. I thought Big Staff was a good coach for on Cleveland, and I think he's an even better coach for this young team. So I think they're doing very very well. Kate Cunningham, we may see a Kate Cunningham playoff sighting this year, which I'm very proud of. The player that I obviously wanted to see most, who keeps disappointing me every year, is Zion. But it is what it is. I gotta live with this.
Yeah. Kay Cunningham, he has been in the All NBA candidacy run. He's an All Star for sure. Might be an All Star starter. Pistons are in the playoffs right now. In the East, the guards, I
Hey,
think Donovan Mitchell has to get a spot.
hold up. I'm looking at the Memphis game right now, and you know what? I gotta change my mind. Wemby is the best defensive player in the league. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. Like 80 is nice, but like if I say somebody is better,
I think at the end I think at the end of this year, Wemby will be the best defensive player in this league. I think the defensive player of the year award will have to go through him. It's going to be some voters fatigue in that award, because if Wemby starts, doing a little bit more of this, if he doesn't play the Nikola Jokic behavior rule, he will end his career with like 6 depoys.
he's getting five.
He
He's
will end
getting
his career with
five,
about
bro.
6 or 7. I
Hey,
think he's getting 6 or 7.
if Wimby stays healthy for 16 years, he's getting five.
He's not gonna stay healthy for 16 years. He's gonna stay healthy for 10, and he's gonna get about 7.
No, he's gonna stay healthy for 10 and deserve about 8, but like leave with 4. You know how it'd be. Nah,
It's possible, but I mean, I don't think the Defensive Player of the Year award is something that could be legitimately stripped away from him playing at a high level defensively. I'm like, if he's playing at a high level defensively, and anybody else is playing at a high level defensively, yo, whoever's doing the voting and they vote for somebody else, you're gonna lose your job.
you're gonna. It depends what the context is of the year. For like example, it's R. Thompson. I said that he's somebody who he could win a DPOI 1 year if Wimby and the Spurs were like bottom seed, and then the Pistons were a top seed because Cade Cunningham and their defense. That really would mean that Sar Thompson was doing something special because ever since he's came back for the Pistons, he's in the top 95 percentile in every single defensive metric. Like he is a demon defensively, and for the Pistons, I think him coming back is one of the reasons that they have been winning more games. So Jaden Ivey, he's out for the year. Unfortunate news. So I think this is going to be one of the last times we really talk about the Pistons, man, just as a team because they're the sixth seed right now. Kate Cunningham, we're talking about all NBA. This got to be they peak. This is the Pistons, man. Do you think this is going to be the highest point that there are on the year? Would you buy or sell Pistons stock right now?
I would buy because they got better coaching and they got better floor spacing. And the areas that they needed to get better in, they got better. It's not by a lot, but they got better. And when's the last time you seen a plus 500 Pistons team? Have you seen it in your lifetime? Have you seen it when you started watching basketball? Have you seen it with any of the Drummond rosters? Have you seen it with any of the Rodney Stuckey rosters? I mean, you got to ask yourself these questions, man. Like I think the Pistons are ahead of schedule. Not way ahead of schedule, but no. Let me rephrase that. I think the Pistons, in terms of timeline, they're gradually coming up little by little. It seems like the Cavaliers a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at where the Cavaliers started to peak when they started to get back over 500. Go look back at their year when they had that last year when they had Laurie Marketing, and then the next year they got Spider, and then the next year they got Spider and Evan Mobley, and then the next year they continue to do better and do better. You know what I'm saying? So I think I would buy Piston stock right now. Definitely would. Jalen Duran is a glass cleaner. He's not much of a shot blocker that I thought he was. I ain't gonna lie, I thought Jalen Duran was the second coming of the White, but turns out that wasn't true. I guess he put on a little bit too much extra muscle, and he just now he's just a rebounder now. So yeah, I thought he was averaging more than nine and a half rebounds. I thought he was averaging like 11. It is what it is.
He does play
They're
like
doing
right though.
they're doing good.
It
I don't
just
think nah. I just don't see the defensive prowess like the White had. The White defensively was in terms of an athlete, bro. Like he was out of this world. The Orlando the White, bro. Oh my goodness, like that. It was at a time when you put him on your team and you had a shooters, bro. You are a contender. It
Yeah,
didn't
that's the
matter
thing
who the hell
about
you
him.
had. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, he plays like
Um,
the white on the offensive side. Not defense, like he is a problem.
defensively,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't really like him too much defensively,
yeah,
but
me too.
uh when three of your top five scorers is Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, and Tim Hardaway Jr., you're not gonna go too far, but I mean, even still, I think you're gonna be all right. Those are floor spacers. Those are floor spacers that are getting too many goddamn minutes. But and they're gonna get exposed sooner or later. But it is what it is. They got some good floor spacing with those guys. Tim Hardaway Jr. is a fake shooter, but at times in the Detroit Pistons jersey, he looks like a real shooter. Toby, who I don't care about at all, he's robbing the league. Um, he's another fake scorer, but he could look like a good shooter on nights. And Malik Beasley is like the best shooter out of all of them. but he could turn into a fake shooter on any given night. But I am buying stock because the Pistons got some shooters. They got some
Yeah.
shooters out there, so it is what it is.
Yeah, you buying or selling though, Larry?
I'm buying into the stock. They've improved since last season. It's kind of shown that they benefit with having shooters
They
on their
have
team.
to improve. They lost 28 straight games. They was gonna get worse.
I think the team is itself, the chemistry, and they made a little bit improvement than last season. Yes, especially having those shooters on the roster. That's kind of opened up the floor for them and kind of gave getting Ivy and get coming in more room to score. So yes, I do think they made an improvement. It's not a big improvement. They're not going to go, Cavs or the Rockets what they're doing, but they improved slightly, and it's a step forward in the right direction. So I think just having more development, fixing the roster out a little bit, make sure that they retain some shooters on that team. I am buying stock.
Okay.
I would buy stock as well. Yeah, definitely.
I think I would sell, man. I'm sorry. Like you said, this is the Pistons. When do you see them be here? That means something weird is going on. Something as weird as Joel Embiid playing 13 games in a new year, you know? Something as weird as that would have to be the reason they're the eighth seed. And at the eighth seed, that means that they're like one of the they're only one game ahead and they're the ninth seed. I think the Hawks are a better team than the Pistons. I think Jaden Ivey being out for the year also means that they're only going to start going down from now, and they're only one game ahead. You know, I think
Right.
I think they're a playing team, and Larry keeps telling me that the 76ers going to make it out to play in. So like, who they going to beat? You know, it better Larry are the Pistons beating the 76ers?
You said the Pistons. Yeah, I think they could finish better than the 76ers. Yeah.
In the play-in though, but both of these teams are in the play-in. So in the play-in match, who wins?
Healthy? Everyone healthy?
I'm
I
going.
mean, you tell me
Everyone
what the
healthy.
76ers are. I don't
There's no
know.
such thing. There's no such thing as everyone healthy in
Are
this
the
room.
76ers beating the Pistons?
There's no
I
such
think
thing.
if Embiid's playing, yes, but with
There's
high
no such thing. There's no
probability
such
of
thing.
Embiid not playing, I think I might go with the Pistons. But Maxi's still there. Maxi is still there.
I mean, Kate has been playing better than Maxi.
All right, you got me. Pistons. I'll pick Pistons over the Sixers.
Holy. So
I don't know
like,
what made. I don't know what made you do that.
would you buy or sell the 76ers?
So that day I'm selling everything, man. I'm selling the coach. I'm selling the Maxi. I got to sell everything on that team, bro.
Coach.
Wow.
Selling the mascot, the floor, the chairs, the building. Wells Fargo, we gotta go, bro.
So if you could trade Joel Embiid this deadline, would you do that?
I would, because next year we're gonna have less first round picks. Yeah, after that it's gonna be less, and then he's gonna be out the league. So right now I would trade him to get the
Wow.
most we can, as well as Paul George. He's a 4-year contract. Now it's a pretty bad contract. Now if we think about it, and we gotta get rid of it. So I'd kind of clear out this roster, get our salary room back that we had this off season, and kind of retool around Maxi. Even though I'm not completely sure he could be the number one star on our team for a championship roster, it gives us a turnaround in our operation and our projectness in the future.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Joel Embiid. I'm trying to think of landing spots for him, but I can't. So that means, wow, you would trade Joel Embiid. Would you trade? What would you trade for as the Pistons? Would you trade for Brandon Ingram as the Pistons?
I
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
thinking
I would
about it,
not.
thinking about it.
No, I would not. I don't think they. I don't think Brandon Ingram fits the what I think he's gonna take the ball out of Kate Cunningham's hands.
So Leaf,
The
let
only
me ask you, what's a player archetype that the Pistons can benefit right now from? Is it a
player
3D
arch
wing? Is it a big? So what do you say?
a player archetype that they could benefit from right now. Probably Chet Holmgren. I think Chet Holmgren would be like the best fit for them because like you already have your backcourt in Cade and Cade Cunningham and Ivy.
and you have shooters. All you just need is a rim protector for the moment, and then try to fill in the other spaces then because
So
Asar Thompson is a good defender and they have a good pretty good perimeter players. So who else they got? I'm seeing Sasser, DeMarcus Sasser,
hold on. You said
um
wait. So you were Chet
Ron
Holmgren for
Holland.
wait, leave. So you want a Chet build for the defense and the shooting, or just the defense?
The defense and the shooting.
That's not
'Cause I
possible.
think
There's only four
no,
players.
I mean, but you asked me, but I know it's not possible. But like, I'll be honest with you, bro. A team like Detroit could possibly draft that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but like, listen,
No. Wait, hold on. So
I don't know, bro. Like, I mean,
my thing with that is there's only four players in the league that offer elite shooting at the big man and defense. AD, Porzingis, Embiid, Wemby, who's that
Chet.
name? Miles Turner and Chet. That's it. That's the only players that do that in the league. So you being able to draft that kind of seems unrealistic to me.
I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. I don't like. Listen, all I would say is look up somebody by the name of Maxime Renault. He is a walk on ACC Player of the Year candidate. 7-footer for Stanford. He's a walk on. So I mean, I've seen him. He looks almost exactly like, if not better than Chet already.
Hmm. Is he projected to go lottery right now?
I have no idea. I would have to check.
He might just be a player
2025.
going off in the league. He might not be an actual NBA talent, so I'm not sure about
I
that.
would. You know what? I just check some. I just check some mock drafts. So let's see. Where is he? Maxime Raynard. Let's see. Raynard. Maxime Raynard. Um, he is projected to go. He's projected to go number 43 in the draft to the Spurs.
I'm not sure if that's a change. You know what I mean?
It's an addition. I mean, like at this point, bro, like you got your backcourt. So I mean, I don't. It could be a change. It couldn't be a change. Who knows? But I mean, I'm told that this is one of the deepest drafts probably in the history of the league. So I mean,
This
I
year,
don't
I
know.
probably
Like if it, this year upcoming. This is one of the deepest drafts in the history of the league. So
we'll see. But I ain't gonna lie. Last year's draft was pretty nice. But not like Wemby's
this
draft.
pack, the Wemby draft. This is touted to be better than the Wemby draft.
We'll see. Cooper, we'll see.
Like from start to finish, this is touted to be started. Like, all right, the Wemby draft had a lot of high level defenders. It had a lot of high level defenders, bro. I'll give you that. But this draft right here, this draft has everything.
We'll see. I'm gonna remember this conversation, and when we have the October or November comes around next year, or I'll just
Okay. Yeah,
we'll
no, that's cool.
cool.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, like we got some names in this draft. You got Cooper, Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, Trey Johnson, Igor Demand, Boogie Flan, VJ Edgecombe, Liam McNeely, Jeremiah Fears, Kasparis. You got JT Toppin, Derek Queen, Hugo Gonzalez. Like these are names that if you don't know who they are, bro, like you might need to start just looking them up.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I should probably do some more college research. I haven't had too much time, but
Yes.
I gotta go in like 5 minutes, but whatever you need to do, just let me know. You do like a reel or something.
Yeah. We're gonna rank our top 5 favorite teams in the East to win the championship this year. Larry, who's your number one?
I think I'm gonna go with the Celtics. I just think they're a team built to really go far in the playoffs. Like I mentioned earlier, they're kind of built to win games even if they're missing a starting player. Like I mentioned before, with Porzingis missing, they kind of picked it up with Al Horford. as well as Luke Cornett. They're kind of able to pick up where he left off. They're missing Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown for one game. I kind of feel comfortable taking still winning that game because of the depth they have and the All Star players that they have, as well as the bench getting better with Peyton Richard being a Sixth Man of the Year candidate, probably number one for me, and also having Sam Hauser being improved as well. Neemias Queta's also been pretty good in his backup role. So them having a better depth than last year, improving, and then them having the ability to kind of cover up for one of their missing stars. I think I get the Celtics for number one.
Yeah, nah. Celtics. Leaf, I might be prone to agree with it, man. Yeah, Drew Holiday has showed some weakness though. I do like the big man for the Cavs and how they play up against them. I, to me, I love the Bucks still, and I'm gonna always love the Heat. Like I'm always love the Heat in the playoffs. I'm sorry, especially with the healthy Tyler Hero. What's up, Leaf?
Hold on, you just said the Bucks.
Yes.
You know what? I'm a co-sign it. You know, I'm at liberty to co-sign it. Fuck it.
You remember how bad their start of the season was?
I do. They're just as bad as the Sixers. I do. I don't believe in the Tangerines. I don't really believe in the Celtics to repeat, man, because guys have gotten worse. Um, and some of the starters have gotten worse, but they still have. They like the Celtics basically leaned on their advantage that they were healthier than everybody else. And if they're not healthier than everybody else, then it's not going to go the way that they think they're going to go. Whoever plays or anybody who plays Orlando in a 7 game series and wins it, they're getting eliminated the next round.
That's
I'm
gonna
certain.
no. It's gonna be a tough series against Orlando. Yeah, Orlando's gonna
Anybody
beat
who
someone
plays
up.
the Orlando Magic in the first, or the Orlando Magic is the screw up team. That is the team that you play, bruh. And then in terms of endurance and stamina and health, you're not gonna be ready for the next series. You're gonna get your ass
Yeah.
whipped because you're stupid.
You know the thing about it though is Leaf. That's the Eastern Conference. It's not the Magic because there's gonna be somebody else who's playing the Heat. You know, and the Heat do that to even a higher degree than the Magic. I'm sorry, Leaf. Like
No, they don't.
that's why we save
No.
ourselves in the regular season. Bam Adebayo
Well,
is having a
if that's the case, bro, the Boston Celtics would have lost the very next round, bro, right after y'all, but that didn't happen.
but we didn't have
The,
like the
look
main
at look at the look at
head
look
to
at the
that. We didn't
teams.
have Jimmy Butler
Look,
last year.
okay, but look at the teams that beat y'all in the Jimmy era, bro. Where have they gone? To the finals. So everything that you
Exactly.
just said,
Exactly.
yeah, they've gone to the finals. The Celtics beat y'all years ago. They went to the finals. Milwaukee beat y'all, swept y'all in the first round when y'all had COVID. They won the whole thing. The Celtics beat y'all last year, won the whole thing. Somebody else beat y'all, won the whole. Everybody that has beat y'all has either won it
Yeah,
or went into the finals.
yeah, but that
So
usually means that
that logic that you just told me
I
doesn't
get
work.
what I get what you mean, and I literally get what you mean. No, that's funny, but like you got to remember where we're losing at when we're losing in the conference finals. Like the other year where you don't remember, it's because we lost in the finals to the Nuggets. You know, you're trying to think of an Eastern Conference team. You know, but it was a Western Conference team. The year before that, it was the Lakers. You know, like you were trying to
Right.
think of a Eastern
No,
Conference
no,
team.
no.
But
I know what
yeah,
you look. I know what you're talking about. Heat. Listen, Heat. You can add the Heat and the Lakers to that. But outside, but the Eastern Conference teams. 2 times y'all lost in the first round. Y'all lost to two teams that won the whole thing in the East.
so who's our number one team
Bucks. What? Who's? What do you mean?
out of the East?
Oh, who's my number one team out of the East
Yeah.
to win it all? Cavs.
Cavs, Larry, your number one team is the Celtics.
Yes.
My number one team is the Bucks. Like we're not agreeing with each other on anything today. Who's number two?
Number two,
It's the
I have
Celtics. It's the Celtics number two.
my number two. I have the Bucks.
Who you got number two, Larry?
Cavs. Number two.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck the Celtics, bro. Like
Sorry,
Alright.
bro.
nobody care about that bozo team, bro. Get out of here.
For me, neither, bro. But that'll be realistic. I can't hold my biases.
I'm not. You know what? I am being realistic. We all know why they won, bro. They won because everybody was not healthy. Now everybody is healthy, bro. They're not gonna do anything, bro. Like that's not a team. That is a team that thrive off it like legitimate advantages. They don't get anything through the mud. Nothing through the
Yeah.
mud that they get. Nothing.
Yo,
So
Leaf,
I,
bro. I'll bet $100 right now about the Cavs and Celtics going to playoff series. Celtics are coming out. I'll bet $100 with you,
Celtics
bro.
are coming out.
If they verse in the series, no
I
matter who's
mean,
healthy or not. No matter who's healthy or not.
no matter who healthy, I ain't gonna go with that because you don't want to do that. I don't think you want to do that.
I do, bro.
I,
I'm here. I'm here. I'm
no,
here,
you
bro.
don't. No,
I'm
you
here.
do not, bro.
I'm right here,
Because
bro.
because no, because the most glaring problem, bro, with that is if they're 100% healthy. We all know Porzingis is the least healthiest out of everybody on both teams, so it doesn't work in that favor. The Jared Allen and Mobley, bro, have made tremendous strides, bro, on both sides of the ball. It's going to be a command effect. I don't think the Cavs are the same team that they was when they first made the playoffs, bro. Like I think it's going to be something different, and it's going to be some a different mold coming from them, bro. Like I think they literally they have a true identity now, and things are going to be different now, man. So I'm not going with this whole factor that has been placed, bro. I'm really not.
I'm going
I'm
with the
not
Celtics.
for it.
I believe in Spider. Spider's one of my favorite players in the league right now. I believe in him. They can do it. But being realistic, if I have to put money into it, my own hard-earned money,
Oh,
I'm going with the Celtics, bro.
listen,
All
like
right,
I said, man, I
who
got the
will be your
Cavs in the
third
books.
team? Who'll be your third
My
team?
Third
my
team.
third team,
I'll go.
I'm gonna
I'll go
go with
Milwaukee. I'll go Milwaukee.
my third team. I'm gonna go with Miami.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Miami too. Third team. All right. Last thing before we wrap up the episode, a couple would you rather's. Larry, I got a would you rather for you. This is the Paul George edition. I'm gonna name you a couple players. You tell me would you rather them or Paul George? Norman Powell,
Powell.
Jimmy Butler,
Butler.
Jason Tatum,
Tatum.
Franz Wagner,
Wag.
Amen Thompson,
Amen. Thompson.
Jonathan Kaminga,
Paul George.
Michael Porter Jr.
Porter Jr.
All right. I got a would you rather for you. This is the Paulo Banchero edition. I'm gonna name you a couple players. You tell me would you rather them or Paulo Banchero. Jalen Williams,
Paulo.
Victor Wembanyama,
Victor.
Devin Booker,
Wemby.
who?
Wemby.
Uh, Paulo or Booker.
Oh, I go. Paulo.
Evan Mobley,
Paulo.
Jason Tatum,
Tatum.
Jalen Brown,
Paulo.
Kay Cunningham,
Paulo.
Paul George.
Paulo.
All right. I got a would you rather for you. This is the Kay Cunningham edition. I'm gonna name you a couple players. You tell me would you rather them or Kay Cunningham. Alperen Sengun,
Upper.
Jason Tatum,
Tatum.
Jimmy Butler,
Butler.
Bam Adebayo,
I go Cade.
Paul George,
Cade.
Tyrese Maxey,
Cade.
Tyrese Halliburton,
Cade.
John Morant,
Ja.
De'Aaron Fox.
Fox.
All right. You got anything for us, Larry?
No, I don't right now.
Yeah,
I will
sounds
next
like a
episode.
no, sir.
Next episode. I got a true or false for y'all.
All right, man. Bet. Thank you
Final
everybody
score.
for yeah. Thank you everybody for tuning in to episode 186. Have a nice day and God bless.